It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it's the Commanders' superstar tight end. No shortage of work for him, sitting second in the league in catches. It's the Commanders and the Jaguars, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season. We've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Commanders.
No, not today.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Come on, boys! Come on!
Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick in 2018 from Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Allen going to go to the air right away. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Allen. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try the middle with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. This defense for the Jags, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On the draw is Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Jaguars will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They run again on 1st down. Cook, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen. And his throw here's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he goes out right around the 39. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Come on, man.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Running left, Taylor. Down to about the 45. From the 45 on 2nd down. Mahomes. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Harris looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Allen now looks to throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards that time.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a give to Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 38, Mahomes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
2nd quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. From the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw, it's Allen. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
The punt team on now. Is from their end zone. They get it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Oh, he shifts past him.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a 1st down with that catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Alex Highsmith
from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw. Being chased. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here's Cook again. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7 but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, Mahomes. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Mahomes now to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mahomes.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
It's the fullback. His 1st touchdown of the year.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their 1st half lead.
Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they didn't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it 6 points on the board. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Allen now on 1st down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jamin Davis. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
Nelson now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only